Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel. Tap the notification bell. I'd appreciate it majorly. So, the authorities are looking for these two kids. On the left is Joshua Vallow, and on the right is Tylee Ryan. I believe they're brother and sister, or they have the same mother. Um, and I believe both of them haven't been seen since September of this year. The authorities started looking into them being missing in November, um, and so they're missing, and it's definitely not looking good. But the parents on the left is the mother of those two, Lori Vallow. And it says the mother of 7-year-old Joshua Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan. And on the right is her new husband, Chad Daybell, who whose first wife died on October 19th, I believe. October 19th in Springvale, Utah. And initially, I believe they thought his first wife's death, Tammy Daybell, on October 19th, was of natural causes. But as a result of looking for these two kids and being unable to find them, they've determined that they believe that she didn't die of natural causes, Chad Daybell's first wife, Tammy, and have exhumed her body, which I assume means like dug it back up. It does mean that. And on December 11th, they exhumed the body so that they could do an autopsy to determine her real cause of death, that it wasn't natural causes, they believe now. And these two kids, remain missing. That's who they're looking for right now. That's what this case is. It's a missing persons case. But 3 weeks after his first wife's death, he married Lori Vallow. I don't know how he went from Springvale, Utah. This is in Rexburg, Idaho, which is about 30 miles or so north of Idaho Falls. And Springvale, Utah is about 300 miles, nearly 300 miles from Rexburg, Idaho. So I don't know how in 3 weeks he went from here to here and married this woman. So, but I believe the authorities started looking for the two kids in November, and that's what's caused them to treat his first wife's death as suspicion. Unless, like I said, not to repeat myself, exhumed her body and are performing an autopsy now. I don't know what the results of that autopsy are, although it was exhumed on December 11th, which was, nearly 12 days ago. Let's say the 23rd, 22nd, 11 days ago. But when they began doing a welfare check for the two kids, basically they kept getting different stories from these two, and initially the authorities requested family members outside of Idaho, where extended family members hadn't heard from these two and were worried, And I believe the 7-year-old is actually a special needs kid. So initially, I think the couple had told the authorities that the two children were staying with other family in Arizona. And when the authorities checked up on that, that turned out not to be the case. Then I think the authorities got a search warrant to search, I believe their property in Rexburg, Idaho. And upon doing that, those two basically, disappeared or took off. And I'm just paraphrasing here, and I'll go through some of the details. And that's pretty much where it stands now. So, but according to going back to school records and things like that, the last time Joshua was seen in school was in September of 2019. And there is a Facebook page for his sister. If in fact that is her sister, even though they have two different last names. He's Joshua Vallow, she's Tylee Ryan. I'm just assuming they're sisters, brother, sister from the mother, and they have different fathers, I assume. But she has a Facebook page where she lives in, and this is from 2016, um, and this is in Arizona. It names her residence in Arizona. I mean, that's her, 3.5 years ago or something like that. And I'm only showing that because they're showing her picture, here, this is 3 years later, 3.5 years later, because they're showing her picture because she's missing. So and that's basically everything in a nutshell. And let me just kind of cruise through some of the things. But it's not real clear, like, in these reports, whether or not, I mean, they say these two are no longer, they're both persons of interest at this stage. And they say they're no longer cooperating, but it doesn't necessarily indicate, except in one report, that the authorities kind of don't even know where they are. And that's what I think where it stands. It's not just that they're persons of interest and they're not cooperating. I don't think the authorities have pinned them down exactly once they basically took off, when the authorities have had a search warrant got a warrant to search their place, when they followed up on a number of their stories that turned out to be false. So but just to review some of the stuff, in October, Tammy Daybell, the guy's first wife, was found dead in her Fremont County home. I assume Springvale, Utah is in Fremont County. I'm almost certain of that. Initially, officials thought Daybell died from natural causes. However, subsequent investigation by Fremont County Sheriff's Office determined her death may have been suspicious. Her remains were exhumed, and an autopsy was conducted. A few weeks after Tammy's death, her husband remarried in Rexburg, a Rexburg woman named Lori Vallow. According to police, Vallow was the mother of 2 missing children. In November, Rexburg Police Department attempted to do a welfare check on Joshua Vallow at their home. Family members outside of Idaho hadn't been able to speak with Joshua since September and were concerned. According to police, Joshua is adopted and has special needs. Daybell and Vallow told investigators that Joshua had been staying with a family friend in Arizona. Investigators say they found out later that day that Joshua had not been staying with a friend. The following day, in an effort to find Joshua, police conducted search warrants for locations in Rexburg. As those search warrants were being executed, investigators say Vallow and Daybell had abruptly left their home and the city. So, and over here, it repeats similar stuff, but it does say Truman said, and I assume that's from the Rexburg Police Department. Truman said they had been in contact with the couple being Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, this couple, but authorities do not know where they are, and they continue to be uncooperative. Well, I mean, yeah, they don't even know where they are, to the best of my knowledge. Investigators also determined that Joshua last attended school at Kennedy Elementary in Rexburg on September 23rd. Additionally, investigators learned Vallow has a 17-year-old daughter, Tylee Ryan, who was living with Vallow in Rexburg. The teen has not been seen since September either. So both kids have been missing since September, and the authorities started looking into them, starting with a welfare check requested by family members outside of Idaho in early November. And that's pretty much the whole story there. But they remain missing, and they're looking into the guy's first wife's death as being suspicious. Her body exhumed, and they're doing an autopsy. And I don't think the whereabouts of the husband and wife, is probably, they don't even know where they are at this point. I mean, according to this article. And that's the story there. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully, they find these 2 kids. And thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. See you in the next video. Later, man.